Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Book of Fables for the fourth episode. I did not miss as much as I thought. I only missed this, which is probably still something that was in that case. But like I said in the playthrough, I was worried that if I clicked on other things, I might not get time to go to the axe, but now I don't think that would have been the case. I probably could have looked at everything. So I think once I'm done this, I might go back in time. No, go back and just replay that episode and go back to that scene and just see what everything is. So let's begin, though. Silver bullets, wolf's weakness. The legends of great and magical wolves often make mention of their weakness against weapons made of silver, and those tales bear out to be true. The silver bullet Mary shot Bigby with was not the first, but any of them could be his last. Any silver left in Bigby's body weakens the system, slows his healing, and can cause long-term damage. I like how Mary's just over here. Acting Deputy, Snow White. With Ichabod Crane firmly out of the picture, King Cole still absent, the task of leading Fable Town falls squarely on Snow's shoulders. Never explained why King Cole's missing, though. Or not missing, but absent. Whenever that comes up later. She has performed many of the job's duties for a long time, picking up slack for Crane, but now that she's fully in charge of the business office, she has to deal with a new level of politicking? Whatever, she had not previously been exposed to. Donkeyskin Coat. Hide in plain sight. Only the truly beautiful will fully understand the power of a coat that makes its wearers appear ugly. It is the power to be invisible while still being seen. Unfortunately, its value can also be hard to see, but it is still a magical coat, and to some collectors that is enough. I have not read this story. All I know is from this game, but in one of my classes I just had to read the German version of the story that is along the same lines, but it's like, young girl, king is like, hey, my wife pretty much put this thing on me where I can't marry anyone else until I find someone who's just as beautiful with the same colored hair. I can't find that. Oh look, my daughter's now of marrying age and she seems to fit that. So the daughter is pretty much, also this is called all types of fur. I think that's what it's called. And the daughter's pretty much like, okay, well, I'll marry you if you make me like 3 dresses, one like the sun, one like the moon, and one like the stars, and a coat made of all the furs in the kingdom. So he succeeds at this. So she's like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna marry my father. Puts on the cloak, grabs like some golden stuff, like trinkets, and the dresses, puts them in an acorn for some reason, and just goes and just leaves. So she's later in the forest, far, far away, and she goes to sleep. And another king comes across her sleeping and is like, yo, let's take her back. And she's wearing this cloak, so she's like, so they don't recognize her beauty. They just think she's some weird, strange animal with a cloak on. So they take her back to clean the, ashes and stuff. So when he was having a ball, she, was asked, the cook to be able to go up for half an hour and just to observe. Puts on the dresses, dances with him, then leaves. And then puts something in the stew she makes him, like one of those golden trinkets, and he eats the soup. It's the best thing ever, but they can't figure out who made it. And she's like, no, it's totally not. I didn't make it. I'm useless, and I'm not the princess you seek. So this happens 3 times. But on the 3rd time, she wasn't able to get down quick enough, didn't have time to switch out her dress into the cloak, so she just threw the cloak over top. So when she went up to make the stew, also during the dance, he slipped on. She gave him a ring first in the stew. So he slipped on the ring while they were dancing. So pretty much while she was up there and they're questioning her, hey, did you make the soup? He notices the ring and takes the cloak off to pretty much go, oh look, a princess, and then they live happily ever after. I told that horribly, and also kind of useless, but I find that interesting that there is kind of a German version of this, and that version is very weird because I didn't catch on that it was a different king the first time, so I'm like, the father just found his daughter, but doesn't realize it's his daughter, and it's like, yo, just gonna, marry this random princess. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, the Jersey Devil, Guardian State Goon. Not all fables who come to this world landed in Fabletown. There are those who scattered across the farthest corners of the earth, and there are those who simply prefer the Golden State to the Empire State. Such is the Jersey Devil. Reports of his appearance have varied, although most accounts make mention of leathery wings, but an encounter with a certain axe of legends some years ago has temporarily rendered this feature absent. So is there a way of getting around making wings, I guess? Woodsman's axe. Ensorcelled by druids? I don't know. Once just a simple tool for felling trees, the axe became much more when it was ensor- ensorcelled by druids and marked with their runes, but it truly became an object of legend when Woodsman used it to slice the big bad wolf from nape to neck in protection of Little Red Riding Hood. A mercenary old world charm, but its simplicity of design and quality workmanship make it an effective tool or weapon even today. Johann, the butcher. His name is often said in the same breath as that of the baker and the candlestick maker of Fabletown. And like those other tradesmen, Johann the butcher storefront has served Fabletown for ages. Fresh cuts, exotic meats, and even full sides of beef for the vigorous appetites of orcs and trolls. But Johann's business has fallen on hard time and fallen in with the wrong crowd, and as the quality of his product declines and his business turned into the front operation for the Crooked Man, some have started to wonder if they ever really knew Johann. Bluebeard's money. One might think that Bluebeard donates funds to the Fabletown government for nefarious purposes, seeking special favors or to have a louder voice in government proceedings. But what he really wants is stability and strength, because as far as Bluebeard is concerned, Fabletown exists to insulate him from the Monday world. As much as his money can be a sword, it also serves as a shield. Oh, okay. Interesting. The Crooked Lair. Headquarters. Why can't I speak? Copying. Why can't I say this word right now? Whatever. It's not good. Oh my gosh. Occupying. There you go. A desanctified church. This is just one of many locations the Crooked Man's operation uses to run the Fabletown underworld. Its lounge atmosphere makes for a comfortable meeting place unless you are an unwelcome guest. It is completely boarded up to the outside world, and the only way in is through one of the many portals marked by a door with the Crooked Man's Catherine wheel icon. I'm gonna Google that later. Scattered throughout the city and elsewhere. Ooh. Like Paris? Anyways. Crooked Man, crime lord. Crooked Man has slowly built himself into one of the most powerful figures in Fabletown. His operation started with a crooked sixpence and a crooked house, two things that he cared about more than his wife or children, whom he killed rather than let them stand in his way. In his rise, the Crooked Man has ensnared many fables in his criminal web, providing them with what they need, but also at a high cost. He is cunning, persuasive, and ruthless. Tiny Tim, century. While most fables theorize that their longevity and overall well-being is improved by the Monday's world's knowledge of them, for a select few that does not seem to apply. When a malady or injury is an integral part of the fable story, the notoriety can make recovery nearly impossible. That's what Tiny Tim thinks, at least. No medical care or magic, rather none that he can afford, can heal his leg. Life on the farm. While its idyllic location and managed community, the farm would soon seem to be a welcome alternative to eking out an existence in Fabletown. But those who have lived there see it very differently. They see it for what it is, a prison. A place where you are free to be who you are and do whatever you please, except leave. It doesn't help that while fables who appear human do not have to worry about being sent to the farm, they always seem to fill the leadership roles there. Ooh. But that is it for this book. We only have a handful more for the last episode. Anyways, I hope to see you again later. Bye.